Good morning.
Good morning.
It's actually morning, huh?
It is.
We're back in the truck. Hallelujah. Happy Monday. Today's video is brought to you by...
Oh, I don't have that ready.
You want to pull it up?
Yep.
Didn't even think about it. So, gotta plan this stuff out. Today's video is brought to you by Sutco Transportation. Pretty awesome company to work for. They are currently hiring. Didn't plan this at all. They're currently hiring Class 1 truck drivers in the residual division, in the logging division, and in the international division. So Kettle Falls, Washington, and Priest River, Idaho. I guess in Canada we have in Creston, West Kootenays, and Vernon. And then we've got other jobs. There's a dispatcher for night shift, the IT manager, logistics broker in Kelowna, a manager of driver training. You can help train me and develop me. I need lots of training. A remote sales broker in Alberta, Manitoba, Ontario, and a sales representative in Kelowna. See, there we go.
It's
Quickest ever?
Yeah, it's pretty speedy there.
Because I was actually reading it instead of trying to memorize half of it. All right, we are just north of Castlegar here. I'll show you our load. You can close the window.
Thanks.
We got snow. We've got snow. So the trick is, can we get up the mountain without chaining up? This is what our load looks like. We're not oversized for once. It's pretty ugly shape. The tarp hides how ugly this load is. But, we're going to try to hit Vancouver. It's snowing in Vancouver right now. So we're going to try to get to Vancouver today, North Vancouver, because it might just be worse tomorrow. So we'll do our best. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I really don't want the load to be late, but we'll do everything in our power to make sure we get the load in. I got stuck. Got all the lockers on. I'm going to get on the radio and see if anyone knows if chain up is still on for Nancy Green. That's the word I'm looking for. Nancy Green. Is Nancy Green chain up still on?
It was definitely sketchy last night, though.
It was definitely sketchy last night, but no chain up was needed. Somebody mentioned that the chain up light was broken for Nancy Green yesterday.
He had a tango going on with the black ice.
Yeah, definitely a little slip sliding away. We don't want to do that today with a full load. Slip sliding away with an empty load is a little more forgiving, but having said that, with a full load we also have a lot more grip, so there should be less chances of sliding around.
Yeah.
But we're definitely going to have to take our time over Paulson. We're going to head up the mountain to Nancy Green and see how we do.
A big snowstorm today.
We were complaining, but winter hadn't shown up. We weren't really complaining about it, but we were just talking about it, but winter hadn't shown up. Sort of is showing up, but it's showing up like an early fall snowstorm, which is a very, very slippery type of snowstorm, where everything freezes and then thaws out and it refreezes and thaws out and refreezes, making it incredibly slippery.
So we're supposed to get 5 centimeters during the day, but then 10 to 20 centimeters
overnight.
tonight. Not overnight, tonight.
Oh, tonight. And then, what, 50 centimeters on Coquihalla Summit?
Yeah, up to 50 centimeters on Coquihalla.
So, lots of snow in the forecast.
And then, of course, the cold temperatures are coming.
Yeah, minus 20 by the end of the week.
Depends on where you are. They keep changing.
Okay.
I think we're going to be in Penticton like minus 10, minus 15, maybe.
Jess and I went skating this weekend.
We did. I didn't fall.
Jess was learning how to skate. She didn't go out on her own yet, but she was getting much better. An hour and a half we were on the ice. She went from completely, I can't even stand on this stuff, to pushing me around on the ice rink. So
I still feel like, I don't know, what's something comical and funny when they're out on the ice and I feel like you're just flaring.
And then you got these little kids that are like 2 years old just darting around us like we're pylons.
Yep. It was still fun.
Hey, is Chain Up on Nancy Green still on? Didn't catch that.
I think they said I don't think so.
Thank you, driver. We'll have on a different channel. Hey, anyone know if Chain Up is still on Nancy Green? Hey, anyone know if Chain Up is still on Nancy Green? That's the 3 channels I know that get used here regularly, so only garbled response from one. That sounds like it's off. Here than southern U.S. Washington, Oregon border. Definitely not southern. I think most Americans would consider that still northern U.S.
Yes. Followed the fire truck yesterday for a while.
Yeah. Climbing the Paulson, the fire truck came up the hill and we just followed him for a while, and eventually turned his lights off, turned around, and went back down. So it must have been a false call, or whoever called had gone off the mountain already. Often people get help.
Yeah.
By the time, because there's no cell service, somebody goes, "Oh, I crashed." Somebody drives down the mountain, calls 911, and then they have to go up the mountain, and by that time it's an hour later and they're long gone. Or a car did a 360 on the road and set off all the sensors, and the OnStar sent emergency services while they recovered and kept driving.
Yeah, I know, like, Apple devices are very sensitive
to that. Yeah. And there's no cell service up there. So with no cell service, you can't cancel your OnStar satellite or whatever. Is it OnStar satellite? I think they're satellite. With satellite, you get the emergency message sent out, but you can't respond back to it. Say, hey, no, we're fine, don't call us, don't send help. There's a couple of opportunities for false calls to happen. 888. How's Paulson? I thought 888s usually were on the radio. I've talked to them before. People need to turn their radios on. Please, just turn your radios on and monitor Lad 1. It's grippy here. It was really slippery here last night, so definitely better than last night. How was Paulson summer? Hey, there's trees hanging over in our lane and over the power lines. Just take the center lane. Why is nobody out their radios on? Usually the chip trucks are on Lad 2. I guess I'll just have to drive up and find out, and if somebody asks me, I can answer the question. Why do I always have to do the hard work?
Down there, we'll see how cold it gets up top.
See, Bonanza Pass. You ever heard of Bonanza Pass before? Neither have I.
But I wish we would say that, but it's a lot more fun to say.
Going over the Paulson Raspberry. Right? No. Paulson Blueberry. I'm sorry for everybody yelling at me. We're going over the Paulson Blueberry. We're going over the Blueberry right now. And then after Nancy Green, it's the Paulson. I believe that's kind of how it's divided. And then at Nancy Green, if you go south, that's the Strawberry.
I think Raspberry is still a district or neighborhood, or
there's a Raspberry somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
So I think at Nancy Green at that intersection, this is Blueberry, right? Is that the right word? Blueberry. And then Paulson on the other side, and then Strawberry. So yeah, I think that's kind of where it is. Everybody just calls it the Paulson these days, but back in the day they had more names. Just like this is the Crow's Nest Highway. Back in the day, Crow's Nest was only Crow's Nest, Alberta.
Yeah.
Now Crow's Nest applies to all of Highway 3. From Medicine Hat all the way to Hope, it's considered the Crow's Nest. You see people using Crow's Nest. It's like, oh, that's confusing to some people.
But I would have that argument about Coquihalla too.
Yeah. Some people will argue to death that the Coquihalla is between Hope and Merritt. Other people will say the Coquihalla is between Hope and Kamloops. The official signing, the signs everywhere, all say Merritt to Hope. From Merritt to Kamloops is just Highway 5. And if you want to call the whole thing a Coquihalla, I don't care. Call the whole thing Coquihalla. But
I care. I care.
you care?
I care.
You know what? As long as I know which section if you're going to call the whole thing Coquihalla, call Coquihalla North America. Differentiate what you're talking about because the locals go both ways. Talk to people in Merritt, they will swear one way or the other way. It's pretty divided. But if you look at the actual road signs, when you're leaving Merritt southbound, it says Coquihalla Highway. You don't read anything about Coquihalla Highway leaving Kamloops.
No.
Dude, he was on our side of the road. We were doing some skidding over here coming down these corners last night.
It was special. Let's just say the road was white. There wasn't any of this brown.
Yeah, they've at least spread some salt on this now, or sand.
Yeah.
Because it was just pure white. There was no sand at all.
Even when we slept last night, it was pure ice.
Yep. Told Jess, if you step out, you're going to die, so take your time stepping out of the truck.
I think you said we should have brought our helmets and skates.
Yep. Could have definitely skated around that yard.
It was kind of hilarious to me, though. You're like, let's go buy helmets, put stickers on them. And I was like a little kid again. I need to go buy a helmet, put stickers on something.
We went out skating for the first time, and it's like, you know what? Let's just get helmets just for safety. We bought some skiing helmets.
I wore stuff to stay warm, and I still got cold.
And ski helmets are nice and insulated, so it's like nice warm helmets for.
And that it comes off. It's all Velcro. It's more money, but I'll stay warm, and we want to go outdoors too. So.
Yeah. We want to use the outdoor ice rink. I don't know if we'll be able to go this weekend because of all the events going on.
I think it's just gonna be too cold to go. I think it's not this weekend, but the weekend after all the events.
If our sister-in-law wants to go up Apex on Saturday, I might go with her then. If we get home early enough on Friday, I might go up there with her skating.
I think she works the weekend, so.
Because you're definitely not ready for the Apex loop.
No, I'll freely admit that one.
I think we should buy a hockey stick for you, though. Would the loop allow us having a hockey stick?
Probably not. I think you're going to have to find, what did I say, the curling one? The curling. The broom.
Curling broom.
It doesn't look like I'm out there playing anything.
Just go, hey, I'm just learning how to skate, right? So,
Yeah.
I'm not playing anything. I'm not playing hockey. I'm not curling. Just need some training wheels for a bit.
Yep. I'll get the hang of it. It's fun. And I think we want to get into rollerblading or roller skating in the summer.
Yeah, I think we have to buy some roller skates. That way we're skating year round. And
The
once you
muscle
learn
memory.
it, you gotta keep the muscle memory. And it'd be our physical thing to do every weekend. Get out,
Yeah.
spend 2 hours and be physical. Let's get physical. Physical. Have we been physical enough?
And we know that your brother and sister-in-law like skating stuff too, so we have people we can go with.
If you guys want to come and skate with us, just shoot us a message and we'll let you know when we're going out skating.
But fairly warned, I do a lot more sitting than skating.
She will eventually learn how to skate. We're just going to keep doing it every weekend that we're allowed to.
And we paid like, I don't know, $5 or whatever.
Yeah, $5 to go at the indoor rink.
And for me, that was a lesson. I sat there, I watched people, we mimicked what people did, and it helped, right?
Watch
Like,
people training their kids how to skate and go, hey, let's go try that same thing they're doing.
so I got a $5 lesson, basically. And it worked. I should need a few more of those. So I'm very visual in learning. But yeah, those kids that could skate around me.
Yeah, it's kind of fun actually skating with those little kids. Oh man, I was rusty though. I'm like, I'm just gonna do a loop out there by myself. When I get out there, I'm like, whoa, I don't know how to skate anymore. All right, let's figure this out. It kind of came to me by the end, but I'm nowhere near as good of a skater as I was as a kid.
Well, you were all fancy for me, don't worry.
Because as a kid, I would play against professional hockey players at our outdoor rink with no equipment on, just skates and a hockey stick, no helmet, no equipment, and I could keep up with the professional hockey players. Like I could score on them. I had quite a few of them ask me, where'd you learn how to skate? I'm like, here, 2 years ago, never skated in my life. You go, no, you didn't know it. It's like, no, seriously, I've never skated before in my life. I got the skates for Christmas two Christmases ago. And every recess, I would be out there skating. After school, go home, we had supper, a late supper, right? So we would go home, have FASPA, go back to school, and we would skate for hours. So oh, it's time for supper, go back home.
Well, what else do you do in winter, right? Like, it's the thing to do.
As a kid that came from a country where skating wasn't a thing, I think I just loved the idea and just committed fully to it. If you commit fully to something, you will learn and become very good at it very fast.
Well, that's where that muscle memory comes into effect.
Yeah.
I know this is our 2024, starting to do a little bit more skating stuff.
Doing some more stuff. Not being stuck inside. Trying to find things that we can go do in town in the winter. In the summer we go kayaking and stuff like this. Year kind of sucked because the truck was in repairs the whole dang summer.
Yep.
But yeah. And even when we go RV life, bring the skates with. Every town we drive through, do the research on what public skate is. Go do public skate. We could meet people in different towns.
I have to learn how to swim more.
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah, find swimming pools too.
I don't know. I'm looking forward. We have so many plans. I'm just thrilled. And I know we can't make all our plans work, but I really want them all to work. And like I said, if you're all in, and I'm all in. Hey, are you all in?
I'm all in.
All in.
I think you would know by now.
All right. We're doing pretty good here. musical instruments. I know some of you guys are. What would be a small musical instrument that we could bring in the truck that wouldn't be too sensitive to temperature changes and environmental and moisture changes, because the truck, you're constantly changing.
And being bumped around.
Like how sensitive is like a ukulele or a guitar to what's something small enough we could carry in the truck?
And for me,
a stringed instrument?
Yeah, string, and I have small hands.
Yeah, really small hands.
And I have like a thumb injury, so I can only play for a bit with my right hand with my thumb, but something I can just learn. Bring in the RV or the truck
Something
here.
small enough you could play while you were driving as a passenger.
Do that, or
Hey, she could give us background music for the videos.
or something. I don't know. It's just something I want to do. I have to figure it out more.
We'll see what people's input is.
Yeah. It will be interesting though if I start playing something, because I sometimes switch hands. Like I crochet with one hand and like write with the other. I wouldn't say I use both hands.
Oh, would you play left-handed or right-handed?
Yeah.
Alright, let's do a manual downshift. We're running too low RPMs if we start slipping.
Charity stuff?
Yes, our charity. Why? We haven't really introduced you guys to the charity run we're doing this year. A fellow YouTuber gamer. For those of you that know our 3J's channel, we've started doing a charity fundraiser there. We'll probably, when we do a live stream gaming, playing American Truck Sim, we'll probably do it on introduce you guys more to that charity. We're doing a Children's Miracle Network fundraiser. Our goal is to fundraise $1,000 and $2,000. I will match up to $1,000.
Yeah.
You were gonna say something though?
Yeah, I found a way to do a QR code, and maybe you can put it at the end of your
Video. You can scan the QR code.
Yeah. And it would lead you to the page to donate.
Yeah, I love the idea of gaming for charity.
I love it. It's just what we do already.
Yeah, we already do the gaming.
And we already do the charity. So
let's put the two together.
I'm full of ideas right now for that. I spent the morning doing a lot of researching and screenshotting and I guess stuff to talk about.
Yep, I need to make some overlays and some thumbnails and stuff. Is your window fogging up?
It is.
Fans are already pretty high up. I think we'll just leave it fogged up.
I'll be home for a few weeks and I really want to concentrate on doing that too.
You're with this week and then taking off the next 2 weeks?
I think 3,
3 weeks?
I think the third one's vacation, I think.
Oh, okay. No, we're like on the shoulder. Let's go drive on the road and see where the white line is. That's a super trucker tip. Never, ever, ever drive on the shoulder further than you see other tracks, because snowplows tend to overplow and there might not be a road underneath that snow, even though it looks like we have a wide shoulder there. Never drive further out on the shoulder than you see other tracks, because that's the only place where you're guaranteed there's a road.
looks like a road, but it's just a filled-in ditch.
A filled-in ditch. And I learned that lesson the hard way the very first winter trucking. When I pulled over on the shoulder and it wasn't there, and we rolled the truck into the ditch. That's an experience I would not like to repeat.
No, you get pretty lucky with that too, though. You get pretty lucky with getting that back up without damage.
We've been pretty blessed.
Yeah.
Coming up on Nancy Green. Covered in snow.
I know last time when we came through it was too dark to see you, and I was like, can't wait to daylight.
I mean, this time of year there should be like 4 or 5 feet of snow on the shoulder, but it's still nice to get into the winter like this. It's just gorgeous.
I say there's something about it. It's less gloomy versus no snow.
Yeah, it's still overcast, but yeah, it's less gloomy. It feels more uplifting, especially after the last 3 weeks of just brown and overcast. It's week 4 of brown and overcast, but now it's not brown anymore. Now it's white and overcast.
There's just something about it.
Just a little more joyful. I've been in a slump. I'm just like, ugh. I think that's probably why I got sick too, is just in a slump, depressed, and life kind of sucks when you don't see the sun for a month now. I mean, we've had little glimpses of the sun, but overall, we haven't really seen the sun at all. Christina Lake, 45 kilometers. But we got to get to the summit first, do our brake check, clean off all our rear lights, because by the time we're to the top, our lights will be caked with snow. All the snow that we're lifting up on the trailer.
Yeah, our trailer's gonna be pretty caked.
Well, it looks like Nancy Green Lake is frozen over. Lots of footprints on top of it, so people have been walking on it already. For how warm it's been, and like it's a little sketchy walking on the lake.
Yeah, I
this
wouldn't.
year. I know people that love ice fishing are probably so happy we're finally getting cold weather. Normally people have been ice fishing since before Christmas. None of that this year.
We need a spot in our RV for fishing poles.
Look at all those cars parked there. There's a cross-country skiing area here. What do we need?
A spot in the RV for fishing poles.
Okay, we're going skating, we're going ice skating, we're going rollerblading, and now we're going fishing too.
And we're doing musical.
And we're going to learn musical instruments and learning another language.
And I'm not sure how to do our kayaks, but we'll figure that out too.
I'm okay if we can't have our kayaks on the RV.
There's spots where you can rent them nowadays. We have to figure that out.
Mostly I'd be okay without RVs because...
Or you mean your kayak now?
I mean without kayaks, because of all the laws of transporting watercraft across borders. You have to get permits in some states.
Not really, if you keep them the length that we have.
Ours are too long. I've measured ours. We would have to get shorter kayaks. And that might be an option. Get a kayak short enough that you don't legally have to get permits. That'd be another option. Just buy different kayaks. Do the research on the length and then get a kayak just under that length.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still going to inspect our kayak, make sure there's no mussels or anything on it. But when you're RVing, it's hard to get to places to figure out what the laws are in every state.
I haven't decide if we're going to keep our snowshoes or not. So we have those as well.
Yeah, we can donate those.
I'm still going to spot for a little bit of yarn.
Spot for what?
My yarn. I'll give up a lot of my
Spot
yarn.
for your yarn.
I'll give up a lot of it, but not all of it. I still need some.
Keep hooking. Looks like our lights are off. Hammer down.
I forget. I'm like on day 935 or something for learning French.
Learning French. I want to learn Spanish.
I'm very, very beginner still.
Yeah.
I've been taking my time with it.
It's like 5 minutes every day, right?
Yeah, but I also go back and I relearn lessons. I haven't been going forward. I've been staying
Trying to
and
learn the basics.
memorizing.
Through Duolingo.
Yeah.
Duolingo is very gamified. It's not the fastest way to learn a language, but it's kind of fun.
And a lot of you are probably like, well, didn't you learn it in school? No.
Yeah, we didn't learn French in school.
I went to the U.S., so I took Spanish in school for a few semesters.
I took German in school. Ja, ich kann ein klein bisschen Deutsch sprechen. Nicht sehr gut, aber ein klein bisschen. Was? She's looking at me funny.
Yeah, I'm just like, you can only understand, like, I can speak German.
So I can speak a little bit of German.
That's about all I
Not
can.
very good, but a little bit. Ich bin ein Ausländer und spreche nicht gut Deutsch. I'm an outlander and don't speak German well.
And I've never been good at speaking a language with my speech therapy issue. But
Yeah, I don't care if we can't speak the language. If we can just say yes and no to people's questions when
Yeah.
we go to Quebec and when we go to Southern California where everybody speaks Spanish. If I can say yes and no and understand the words they're saying, we can already communicate, right?
yeah. Like the reading and writing and listening to people, I can do that part pretty easily.
And good winter tires sure are nice.
Makes a difference.
Okay, now I'm optimistic we can make it today if the roads keep in this condition. We're winter wonderland, but we're doing okay.
I'm gonna stay positive, but say I'm worried about Allison by the time we get there. The snow will be starting.
Yeah. But Allison, it's all downhill for us.
Yeah.
So we're just taking our time going down. As long as we make Sunday Summit before the snowstorm gets hard, we'll be okay.
And I heard Vancouver's sloppy, so we'll see. I don't know if we ever said where this was going.
No. This is going to North Vancouver, to the place where I had a flat tire 2 weeks ago. Yes, that place. I wonder if they still have my wide load lanes. I'm going to ask them. I forgot them there last time.
don't know after that.
No clue at all. They took, what, 3 hours to unload last time?
I wasn't with you last time.
Yeah. I'd like to untarp tonight. Maybe I can get you to copy the memory card videos to the laptop while I untarp.
Yep, and make a map.
Make a map for 2 videos. I want to shoot 2 videos today.
Yep.
We used up we have no videos for you guys, and we're going on vacation in a couple of weeks, so I would like you guys to have trucking videos while we're on vacation.
It's gonna be a staycation.
Yeah.
Rearrange the living room, clean up.
Even if we get 3 trucking videos in and 2 pickup videos, it'd be better than nothing. We should buy a bunch of cable ties and we want to rearrange our whole living quarters and do good cable management.
Yep, definitely.
Rearrange everything. Redo, because when we first set everything up, cable management was good, and then we've added and removed stuff, and cable management is gone.
It's definitely gone. And it does get annoying when I'm sweeping underneath there and I get all the cords. I'm like,
Alright, this corner is very dangerous. Every year, a truck or a car ends up going off the edge. So you want to take this corner nice and soft right after the summit. On the left-hand side there, every year somebody goes down that. Last year it was a Sutco truck that went down that.
I know one thing I do when we're driving, or you're driving and I'm with you, I'm always looking for tracks there.
Off the edge, yes.
Yeah.
Because if you see tracks going off the edge, please stop and see if there's still people down there.
Yeah, and we're up higher, so we have a higher vantage point than regular vehicles. And we do have the advantage of our e-log, sometimes calling for help a lot quicker.
Yeah. Because if I went off the side of the cliff, I'd hope somebody would stop and call out for help for me. So I will do that for other people. All right, we've made it to the top. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this.
I think the snow's moving in. Or is that just clouds over there?
I think just clouds. I think, what do? The next video we shoot, do we show that to them tomorrow? Or is that a bonus video for vacation?
I don't know, that's tricky.
Let's make tomorrow's video in Vancouver after we've unloaded.
Okay.
And that way we won't get too confused what they were recording what. Downhill, you gotta you're taking more time than going uphill. Because downhill, if you start sliding, you're gone. Good luck trying to save that. Uphill, you just take your foot off the throttle and you're good. pulling the brake check here. Thank you guys so much for all your support. Hopefully you guys didn't mind our pickup videos too much the last 2 weeks. Work didn't show up. It's kind of nice being back on the job. Fun being back on the road with the truck.
I'll be here when I can.
Jess will be here when you can.
Yep.
Well, you're here all week, so. We are out of here. You guys rock.
Adios.
Thank you.